I'm Eric Curry and welcome to WakeGOV TV. We have several stories lined up for you today. Later in the program, we'll introduce to you a new online registration and reservation system for the Parks program. Plus, we'll learn more about an exciting opportunity for Wake County residents to celebrate the places that matter to them. But first, Wake County recently held a ribbon-cutting ceremony to officially open the new Northeast Regional Library. We spoke with Library System Director Mike Wasslet to find out what Northeast Regional means to the citizens of Wake County.
This is a growing community. It's a growing community of young families. The libraries up here have traditionally been heavily used, and this is just another opportunity for convenience, for a place that people can go. It's a larger facility than they've had in this area, so they'll be exposed to more adult programming, more books, more services, longer hours. So it's been a long time coming, but it's needed in this community. The difference between a regional library and a community library is one of just scale. Community library is about 8,000 square feet. This library is 22,000 square feet. It does have a program room for children, has a program room for adults. There's more staff space, of course. There's a casual seating, there's Wi-Fi bars. We have larger collection, we have more computers. We have more professional librarians. We also have librarians that can help with more specialized services. So it's a much richer experience. You get the full library experience in a regional library.
I really didn't have any expectations. I didn't know what size it was going to be. When I drove up, I saw how big that it was, and I was excited. And then I walked in, and instantly we walked off to the left and saw the kids' selection and saw all these books that she wanted to read and I wanted to read with her. So I think it exceeded expectations just with the size of it and instantly the collection of books that I saw. And the other thing is I know they're going to have a lot of activities going on for the kids. Like there's a puppet show today, yeah, at 11 o'clock. So we're excited about that. I think it's good for the citizens of the county to see their tax dollars are going to something like this that really is for, you know, a lot for the kids. You know, obviously reading is important to start at a young age, and the more money that the county can put towards education of kids and also for the adults. I mean, I walked in and I know I'm going to start, you know, getting more books from here. So reading is important for everyone to be a lifetime learner, and to see that the county's putting forward the tax dollars towards that is very encouraging for the people of Raleigh and Wake County.
This was actually part of the 2003 library bond, and so it's been a long time coming. The community's supported our library bonds 70% approval rating, if not higher, and we just have a long tradition of community support and people just very interested in libraries. And just as you can see today, opening day, just a crowd of people coming in on a Saturday morning. So we just have a history. This is the last project. It was delayed because of the economic downturn, but now we're up. We have this project set. We have a couple of projects reopening, some renovations, and we have a few projects scheduled for opening next year. I think so many communities right now, the interest in libraries or the financial support for libraries is just waning. And here the support continues to be strong, and there's just a demand, a pent-up demand for library services and library support, that we're just blessed and lucky to be in a community that values libraries so much.
Got to come check it out. It's beautiful in there. You'll find more books than you'll probably be able to take out in one day, but take advantage of it. It's something that their tax dollars are paying for and everyone can benefit from. So come check out this great new facility.
For more information on the Northeast Regional Library and all other Wake County libraries, visit www.wakegov.com/libraries. After the break, we will speak with Ann Burlingame to find out more about the various programs offered across the library system. Stay tuned.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Over the past several years, the Wake County Library system has grown with the needs of the county to accommodate an increased population and demand for services. In 2015, Wake County earned the North Carolina Public Library Directors Association Award for Best Promotional Initiative with the Freedom to Read program. And as the county continues to move forward, the library system also continues to deliver high-quality community services and programming.
Well, I think for this community, I truly think the things that are going to resonate the most are, one, the program of service for children. So we have expanded and we'll be offering 17 programs a week for children ages 0 to through the 5th grade. Then we'll also be offering a special teen leadership experience called the Teen Leadership Corps. And the Teen Leadership Corps is truly a program that focuses on giving teens the opportunity to serve. Because so many teens in schools are required to do community service. But one of the things I was concerned about is when teens would come to the library, the community service experience was really much more at a task level. And I wanted the teens to have an experience where they were given the opportunity to lead, where they can work with younger children and help these children. They help us with programming for young children. They'll do readers theater for the young children. You know, they've also been involved in creating programs around learning with Legos and having big events where you come in and teach children math skills. And children, younger children really respond to teens, and they love working with older children. And I think this is something that teens really need, and an opportunity to serve, an opportunity to lead. So that, I think, is very important to the community, to provide their children a place for the youngest children to learn those pre-literacy skills, to make them a success in kindergarten, for school-age children to find activities and books to keep them at reading level, to keep them reading as part of their daily lives. For adults, I think, you know, this library has a large book collection. We also have a service we call Device Advice, because so many people here in this area have e-readers, but it can kind of be a little intimidating to learn how to use the library's collection, which is free. And so we have sessions that are an hour long where you can come in and meet with your librarian, and they will teach you how to download books onto your e-reader and open the entire e-reader collection and e-content collection to you.
To find out more about the programs discussed today, visit your local library or go to wakegov.com/libraries. Coming up, we'll discuss how to keep your pets and family protected from the rabies virus during the warmer months.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Welcome back. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, rabies is a preventable viral disease of mammals, most often transmitted through the bite of a rabid animal. The vast majority of rabies cases reported by the CDC each year occur in wild animals like raccoons, skunks, bats, and foxes. Joining us to discuss this important health issue is the Wake County Animal Center Director, Dr. Jennifer Federico. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, good morning.
We tend to do this almost every year, talk about rabies. Why do you think it's still such an important health issue to talk about?
Although it is a preventable disease, if you do contract it, it is fatal. And it is in our population of wildlife. So we're still seeing it very frequently in our raccoons, our foxes. And we have wonderful weather here in North Carolina, so we're out and about and interacting with these animals. So it just needs to be on our radar and to make sure our pets are safe and our families are safe.
What constitutes rabies exposure?
So anytime you get bitten by a mammal, so even a dog or cat, and then your wildlife, if you get bitten and it draws blood, you're exposed. So with our dogs and cats, we're going to put them on a 10-day quarantine to make sure they don't show any signs of rabies, and then you're fine. With wildlife, we're going to actually test them for rabies.
If a pet comes in contact with a suspected rabid animal, what should the owners do next?
So what you want to do is if your pet's up to date on their rabies vaccination and they've actually had contact with that animal, take them to your veterinarian. Typically, they'll just get a booster vaccine. And you should also call animal control and let them know of that exposure, because they'll also evaluate if there's anything for you to be worried about as a person and if you need to be referred to our communicable disease team.
And as a homeowner, obviously bats can be something that could be frightening for many when we consider that they can also be carriers of this virus. What are some tips you can share with those as it relates to possible exposure to bats?
So bats are really difficult because their bites are so small. So if you even see a bat in your home, now as an adult, you'll know if the bat comes in contact with you. But if it's during the night, it's considered an exposure. Or if there are children or pets in the home, it's considered an exposure because the bites are going to be so small, they're difficult to find. And the risk of assuming that you weren't bitten could be potentially fatal. So you definitely want to call animal control, let them know if you have a bat in your home, because we want to catch it. Don't let the bat out of the house. Call animal control, let us catch it and test it, because we want to know if you were truly exposed to rabies or if the bat tested negative. So that's a big thing. We don't want, a lot of owners just want to get the flying thing out of their house. Don't do that. Keep them in your home, call animal control. If you can shut that room off that the bat is in, shut the door, put something at the bottom of your door, because they can easily go under doorways, and call animal control. A bat in the home is considered an emergency. Now, if the bats are in your attic, it is not considered an emergency. Animal control won't come out for bats in the attic. You need to call a critter management place to deal with the bats in the attic. But if they're in your living space, in your home, call animal control immediately.
When there is a need to call animal control, obviously citizens, depending on where they live, will have to call a specific number. How can they find that information?
So all of that information is on the WakeGOV.com/pets website under our animal control section. If you live in the city of Raleigh, Cary, Garner, or Holly Springs, they have their own animal control units, and you'll call their direct numbers. The remaining areas of Wake County come to Wake County Animal Control, and all of those phone numbers are on that page.
And where can citizens find out more about this important health issue?
The CDC has a wonderful site going over every option of rabies from people to pets. And if your pets need to be boosted, you should check out our www.wakegov.com/pets and look at under our events section for our upcoming rabies clinic.
Great. Dr. Jennifer Federico, Director of the Wake County Animal Center, thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
Coming up, we'll talk about the new online registration and reservation system available to citizens visiting all Wake County parks. Stay tuned.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. In an effort to make registering for any facility at a Wake County park easier, the park staff has developed a new online registration and reservation system to make it much easier and faster. Located on the park's website, park visitors are now encouraged to fill out and utilize the new system to take advantage of shelters and the variety of public programs that are available. Joining us to talk about the new online system is Matt Roylance, Deputy Director with Wake County Parks, Recreation, and Open Space. Thanks so much for being here. With this new online system, what services are available to Wake County citizens that were not available before?
I think there are several things that our citizens and park visitors can take advantage of. One is that you can pay online. You no longer have to mail us a check or stop by the office to pay in person. You can use your credit card and do it from your computer or even your phone. So payment available online is one. The other thing is the paperwork and the forms needed to register for a program. All that can be handled online now as well instead of having to mail it in. So that should be a benefit. And the other thing that people find really nice, I think, is that you can see everything that we have available all in one place. You no longer have to wonder whether the shelter, that you know we have it, but you don't know if it's reserved for the weekend you're interested in or not, or whether that class that you'd like to register for is full. You can see that now online, whereas before you had to contact the park staff to find that out.
How does this online registration system now make it available to citizens? Has it become even more popular thanks to the ease of using this system?
Yes, yeah, you're absolutely right. We have noticed since we went live in January that the number of registrations and shelter reservations have gone up. So I think we were hoping it would be easier for people, and the evidence seems to be that it is. Our classes are a little bit fuller than they were before, and the shelters are being reserved at a slightly faster clip. So the public really seems to be responding to what we've offered.
Could you briefly walk us through the process?
Yeah, it's designed to be pretty simple. If you go to our main website, WakeGOV.com/parks, there's a banner right up at the top that says check out our online reservation and registration system. So you click on that, and then you just have to sign up for an account. It'll ask you for information, you know, your name, address, email, that kind of thing. A lot of our park visitors have children that they might want to be enrolling in the classes, and so it asks you to set up your family as well. And that's it. Once you set up your account, then you just sign in and you can start browsing the system and see what's available. You can look for shelters, but you can also look for programs, things like all the summer camps that might be available, or all the programs that are suitable for 3 to 5 year olds, or whatever you're looking for. There are lots of ways to search and filter. Maybe you wanted to see only a certain kind of program at these 2 parks because they're near your house. So you can set up a search and filter criteria that way.
And the main reason to have this new online system would be because of some of the exciting spring and summer programs. Are there any that the public should be aware of coming up that they may want to go online to check out?
I'd point people to 2 things. One is that spring is a big season for special events at our parks, and so there are a lot of weekend events, free events, things to do on Saturdays in the spring. So check out the website for that. And the other thing is summer camps. This is a big time of year where a lot of parents are looking for something that their kids can do over the summer, and all that information is out there. If you go to the online site and search for summer camps, you can see what we've got available.
And where can citizens go to find out about not only the online system, but all programs within Wake County?
Yeah, our website is the best place to start. If you go to WakeGOV.com/parks, you'll have lots of information there, both how to get to the online system, but also general information about special events, programs, shelters, activities, all kinds of stuff.
Fantastic. Matt Roylance, Deputy Director with Wake County Parks, Recreation and Open Space. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
When we return, we'll share with you an exciting program that engages Wake County citizens to show their favorite places in the county. Stay tuned.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
The time is right to head out to Bond Park and have some fun. Test your fishing skills at the water or take a relaxing ride in one of our boats. For more adventure and challenge, get a bird's eye view from the rope course or stay on the ground for team-building fun. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, there's an option for you. Need supplies or maybe a cool treat? Visit the concession stand. Our friendly staff is there to help make the most of your day. So gather some friends, the family, or your teammates and come enjoy a day at the town of Cary's Bond Park.
Welcome back. Shining a light on the places in Wake County that matters to you the most is now a lot easier by simply using a hashtag. As part of the National Preservation Month, Wake County is participating in the This Place Matters campaign. Established by the National Trust for Historic Preservation, This Place Matters is a national campaign that encourages people from across the county and country to share the places that are meaningful to them and their respective communities. Joining us to talk about this exciting promotion is Brian Coates with the Wake County Planning Department and Gary Roth with Capital Area Preservation. Thank you so much for being here. Gary, can you start by giving us some background on the Wake County Historic Preservation Commission and its purpose?
Yeah, the commission was founded in the 1990s, and this was the purpose is to identify and protect sites of significance to everyone in Wake County, basically. We've been working, I'm with Capital Area Preservation, and we've been working with the Commission since 2003. So we've had a partnership all of that time. The emphasis has always been on identifying properties and recognizing those of particular significance.
And let's go straight into it. Can you talk a little bit more about This Place Matters campaign? It sounds like an exciting campaign.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's something very, very different for us. The National Trust for Historic Preservation marks National Preservation Month every year in May. And we have been participating, CAP and the Wake County Commission have been participating in that for maybe the last 10 or 15 years. This year, to mark the event, we're going to participate in their This Place Matters campaign. And it's really kind of simple. People can identify sites of importance to them in Wake County. Go out there with this placard, which Brian will talk about how you can get one of these. Go out there with this placard, take a photograph of yourself, of the site. It doesn't have to be a Wake County landmark. It doesn't have to be on the National Register. It has to be a site that's important to you as a Wake County resident.
Now, why is a campaign like this important in highlighting the past, present, and future of Wake County?
Well, you know, we want our historic sites and our historic buildings and our historic neighborhoods to be part of our future. That's all about what we do. What's kind of exciting about this is this national campaign. People are going to be contributing from all over the country. But what is exciting to us is that we want to get our Wake County special places recognized, and we want to get in there with everybody else. So, because we think we have a lot to show and we have a lot to brag about, honestly, in terms of our historic resources and our great neighborhoods and so forth. So that's really kind of why, you know, we think it's important, and it's an important opportunity for us to get Wake County recognized.
And Brian, how can Wake County residents get involved into this?
Wake County residents can get involved by going to our county website, the Planning Department's website, where we have links for This Place Matters campaign. You can download your own sign, go out to sites that you find important, use the hashtags This Place Matters and hashtag Wake is Great. That will be seen by a national audience as well as a local audience, and it'll help identify what the community finds really important and treasures in their own community.
Gary, what are some of the more common landmarks that residents have a chance to visit and share today?
Well, you know, many of our landmarks are private homes, as they should be, but there's also many public sites that are available to visit. Wake County Parks, for example, has the Yates Mill, fantastic place. Over at the State Fair, we have the Agriculture Building and the Dorton Arena. They're all Wake County landmarks, and they're available to be seen and visited. So it's quite a mix, but there's a lot that's out there for people to go and visit.
And Brian, where can residents go to learn more information about this exciting campaign and all that's going on in your department?
Yeah, the Wake County Planning Department webpage will have links to the campaign. We'll also promote it throughout the county's website just throughout the whole month of May. And also residents will see stuff on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and they can learn more through using those resources as well.
Brian Coates with Wake County Planning and Gary Roth with Capital Area Preservation. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Eric.
Keep up with the latest Wake County news by visiting us online at wakegov.com/news or on Facebook or Twitter. That's our show for today. Thanks for watching.